and welcome to WRPB and WRPB Studios. You know, I get all these directions from the board, and when you get to be my age, sometimes you forget things. But as most of you know, I have been in many industries. One industry I've been in is the bar business. And I remember working till 3 o'clock in the morning and then having to do inventory, and it became like a nightmare. And nobody ever had a better way to do it than going there and doing our inventory. Well, with me is Andrew Seiler.
That's correct.
From Sculpture Hospitality.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You found a better way.
We found a better way.
Okay. First, before you get into that, why'd you get into this industry?
My background is in food service. I've been in
Okay.
the industry for 20 years. I love serving people and helping people.
Okay, so being in the bar business, as I was, I never heard of a service like yours. Now, I've been out of it a while. So times change. So tell me, Sculpture Hospitality, what is it?
So Sculpture Hospitality has been a business since 1991.
No.
We are one of the largest consulting inventory management companies in the nation. We are a worldwide franchise company. So I service our local area from Hope Sound to Vero Beach and west out to the lake. And we have found a better way, more efficient way to do inventory for local restaurants and bars in our area.
Okay. Now you added a new piece. But you only deal with the bottle service, the bottle end.
We do food and beverage.
Oh, you do food?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Primarily, our bread and butter right now is liquor and beverage. Right. It's much more streamlined, much more black and white for ourselves and for clients. But we're going to slowly start moving into food as well.
Okay, so this is what I used to do. I would work till 3 o'clock in the morning. Then I'd go through all the inventory, see what was there, see what has to be done, make myself a report, and know what I need to order, and how I need to do it. Is your service take that away from me, basically?
Correct. So what we do is, through technology, lots of things have changed. We don't do pen and paper anymore. We have a cell phone where we can scan the actual UPC code on a bottle of liquor, wine, bottled beer, keg, and we collect that data right into our software program directly, and we weigh each open bottle of liquor. That automatically deducts the weight of the bottle, it just weighs the liquor, and then from that scale, Bluetooth and grams right into our software.
That's unbelievable. I mean, again, I would get home 5 o'clock in the morning. Okay, so that's taking a lot. Remember, and I always say this: use a professional, because it's going to save you time and aggravation. Your system now saves, I'm just going to pick a basic time, an hour every day. Okay, what's that hour worth to you a month? So if you're
That's
a bar,
correct.
okay, and it's an hour, it's 30 hours a month. You figure out the value of that, even if you don't put a dollar value on it, on the time that you spend sleeping in the bar industry or with your family. Okay, so you already got into changes in the future, adding food. What other changes do you see in the future for your company?
Technology is becoming a huge part of the new world,
Yes,
right?
it is.
And so what we try to do is we utilize as much technology and bring that down to mom and pop local restaurants that need services and need help. We can identify items with this data on their top loss leaders, their top revenue gainers, what items are moving, what items are not moving, what they need to order for next week, all kinds of things like that can streamline their business and create more profit in their pocket every single month.
Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. There are people that are not delegators and that are hands-on, micromanagers.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have to take this plan where you're doing everything, or is there a way that I can still have, not that I lose control, but have more control of what I do?
That's right. So we have 3 tiers of service. We have a full service where we come in, we service the client, we do everything for you, everything from the inventory all the way down to the data analytics. We kick back a report to the client on a periodic basis, right? And then we have a shared service where it's a combination of both of those. The client will perform the actual inventory. We come in, we get everything set up, we get you the scanners, we get you the scales, we get the client going, and then we analyze remotely the analytics and kick back the data to you on a periodic review. You're going to get the same reports and the same data. And then our last is basically self-service, where the client, we come in, help the client get set up, we get everything going, and then the client has complete control using our software and our process over their inventory.
So basically, the self-service one, excuse me, they're going to analyze their own data and figure it out on their own.
Correct. They have much more control. They're using their team. It's their time, right? It's a price point driven service.
Right. What do you find sells the most in your scenario?
We generally recommend starting off with a full service so that we can really kind of guide the business into
And you have a baseline.
a baseline. Exactly. We create a baseline inventory. We guide the business into where their opportunities are to save money and put money in their pocket. We all know that we need to save every penny we can right now in the food service industry, right?
And it's a brutal industry.
We can help do that.
Okay, and then do you look at it as like for me? Now I'm not in the industry anymore, but for me, it would be full service, and then I would drop down to shared service. I don't think I'd ever want to be self-service.
So generally speaking, we can save clients between 10 and 25%. Usually we try to shoot for around a 5% loss in their business.
Mm-hmm.
Once we do a baseline and get that baseline inventory, and we can understand, we work with the owners and the clients on where they're at, and we can get their losses under control to a acceptable level, then we can start moving into some shared service, other different types of inventory that are less invasive, and we don't have to do them as much, and saves everybody a little bit more time. Some items don't move. Some items, we may have a particular client that has a wine cellar, right, with bottles of wine that sit there year after year after year,
Right.
and they want to collect those bottles. So we have different offers as well, different inventory processes where we can essentially take that into account.
Okay, so a couple things. Mary is a wine collector.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and she likes wine, and her husband likes wine, and every night they open up a bottle of wine. I guess they can do an inventory because they have very expensive bottles of wine too. So they know what they have, what's going on, and
That's correct. We service all kinds of clients and all kinds of liquor licenses. We can do beer and wine, full service bars and restaurants, but anyone that has liquor or alcohol or inventory that they need to protect as their asset that their business revolves around, we can help keep ridiculously accurate information and data on how much they have, when it's moving, where it's moving, and when they need to resupply.
okay. So let's just say I own a bar, and now I find out about your service. So I call you up. What do I need to have for you to get started or off the ground?
The first step is a conversation, right?
Okay.
We are here to help. We're not here to drive sales of any kind or sell something. Our service, we believe, pays for itself
Right.
in the losses that your business more than likely already has.
How about the time?
At the time, and time is right.
Okay.
Your time is worth more.
Of course.
Right. So we're here to save you time. We're here to save you money, and we can provide a efficient manner in which to do that.
Okay, so I make the call. Is the next step that you come to my facility?
Right. So we'll come in. We'll do what we call a discovery period. That's at a discounted rate. We'll come in and we'll identify where all your liquor and your wine is stored, and how many bars and how much bottles of liquor. And then we do we call a discovery period, where we create a baseline. We create a baseline for ourselves and for you, and that's at a discounted rate. And once we get an idea on where, how long it's going to take us, and how much in losses you have every week or every month or every bi-week, we can come up with a plan for you, right? So each scenario is a little bit different, but the best way to reach us is at sculpturehospitality.com. You can call my cell phone at any time, and
So so take Mary's bar, corner bar, one bar, and then you have, across the street is Joe's bar. He has 3 bars. He's got 6,000 square feet. She's got 1,500 square feet. Is there a difference in cost?
there is a difference in cost, but it doesn't necessarily go by square feet. It goes more by the amount of liquor and bars.
So the amount of alcoholics that you have coming in is how you'll figure out
Correct.
how to work
So
it.
some restaurants, for example, clients that we're already servicing are very small restaurants, but
Uh-huh.
they may have 2 bars. Let's say, for example, they have an inside bar and an outside bar, a tiki bar.
Right.
That would be a little bit different than if they just have one single bar and I just come in and I audit just the one
That
bar.
one bar. Interesting. Okay. So now you come in, you do that, get this discovery period. Is it like a one time you come and you figure the discovery?
The discovery period is usually between 3 and 5 audits at
Okay.
a discounted rate so that we can get a baseline for your business and see if we can help you.
Okay. We're getting to the top of our time. How do people find you? You have a website? What
We have a
you gotta give?
website, sculpturehospitality.com.
And you have a phone number?
Phone number is 561-354-8399. That's my cell phone. You can call, text, email.
And you cover what areas again?
I cover from Hope Sound, Florida, all the way north to about Vero Beach and west out to Lake Okeechobee.
Okay, and my last question is, so Mary now has 4 bars, and they're not all in your territory. What happens there? She
Yep.
calls you. Okay, our bar is in Port St. Lucie. She calls you, and then she tells you she has 4 bars. How do you work that with?
So many of our clients are already in multi-county areas. We have a national accounts program as well, where if, let's say, for example, she may have an account or a bar in Georgia.
She's grown since we started this conversation. Just so you
So,
know.
so we'll involve our regional director for the state of Florida and delegate those areas respectively to other franchisees or to just another employee that can service that bar as well. If she'd like us to drive up there, we can certainly do that.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable how technology has changed so many different things. Andrew, I want to thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Everybody, check out sculpturehospitality.com. It's really kind of interesting, and most people already go to bars, so know that stuff is being watched, and don't be trying to get some free drinks from the bartender. Have a great day. We'll be right back.
Thank you.